Welcome to the Rapid Edition ForensIX platform. Once the user has successfully logged in, he will find himself on the ForensIX homepage, or otherwise known as the Monitor My Sessions page. There is a window to the left, that's the user sessions window. A window to the right called Reports. If we look in the user sessions window, this will be empty on his day one, but I have this pre-populated with some dummy data. If I just expand that tree, we can see the data I've entered is of various different named institutions, so I'm behaving as if I was a network provider. So I've got a list of broker dealers, I've got a list of conventional asset managers, list of exchanges, family offices, hedge funds, etc. It might be that I'd choose to build a tree where I list connections by country or by region. We'll go into detail into how to set up these sessions in the Manage Sessions chapter. If I just pick one, First Boston Cash, for instance, then we'll see activity starts to happen in the right hand window. So let's go through these areas. In the top area of the reports window, we can see the messages that have been flowing across the First Boston Cash network are distributed across this window. So we can see from 6 AM this morning up until just after 1:30 in the afternoon. This is Greenwich Mean Time on this scale. We can see how the messages are distributed across that timeline. Underneath that table we can see the average statistics for the selected period, so total number of messages here and the number of admin messages on the right. And underneath here the message count is shown using a pie chart, so we can see 4/5 of the messages are execution reports, almost a fifth are new order singles, and as expected a tiny amount is the log on messages. Then to the right of that, in the message volume graph, the executions are the most populous type of message, followed by orders, and there are currently no IOIs. And that is the Monitor My Sessions window in a brief summary. Next, if we navigate to the admin area in the menu bar, we can see we've got three choices there: manage users, look at my user profile, or change password. So we'll start with manage users. It takes us into the manage user window. We can see here if I right click in this table, I can create a new user, modify an existing one, manage the roles of an existing one, reset the password for, and deactivate existing ones. So let's just have a look at manage roles. We can see here we can make somebody a ForensIX administrator, or simply a message viewer, or a user administrator, or any combination of the above. We can see we have a column to show whether they are active or not, whether they are locked out, and what the alert email address is for that user. Okay, let's have a look at my user profile. That simply shows me username and login details. This would be used mainly for changing the alert email address I wish those alerts to be sent to. And finally, I can change my password from here for myself, or if I have administrator rights, I can reset the password for my colleagues. Okay, next if we navigate to the ForensIX choice in the menu bar, Monitor My Sessions we covered in the first chapter. Let's look at View Message Log now. Open the filter. Let's for example look for message type 8. apply that filter, and that will go and find message type 8, which are execution reports for all of the connections that I'm monitoring. Just wait for that to load. Okay, so we have a returned table of all the execution reports. Let's click on the top one here. So for that particular message, we can see all the other messages that are related to it by expanding that window. Now if I double click on a message, that returns the decoded fixed message table we can see here. So I can see it was a new order single that I've clicked on. It's buy order, good for the day, market order, between buy side 4 and sell side 6. Stock was BT and the order quantity is 10,000. Okay, next we'll look at the Manage Sessions window. So if you remember in the first chapter of Monitor My Sessions, we saw all the sessions in the window on the left hand side. This is where I can manage those sessions from. I can also manage it from the Manage My Sessions window by right clicking there as well. Let's start in here. So I can create a session, I can modify a current session. So we see here for Lehman Cash, if I want to change who his counterparties are, I can do so from here. Changing comp IDs as well. I can manage my service windows from here, although I'll cover that in the Manage Service Windows chapter next. And I can copy and export any of this information and save my layout. So that is the Manage Sessions area. Okay, next we're going to look at the Managed Service Windows window. In here, the user can set up service window times for his network connections. Let's expand the top one here. It's called Weekday Trading, showing Monday to Friday, start time and end time for the service window, and any descriptive text goes into the column on the right. So if I just right click in the table, we can see I can create a service window, give it a name and a description, and mark out whether it's a template or not. I can modify an existing one, and I can delete it, copy and export that information if I choose to do so. So if I click in the expanded area and then right click in there, the service window definition box appears. I can see the name I've given it. I can choose which day of the week I want to set the time for, and again I can change the description and OK it from there. It's a fairly straightforward window, and this can also be accessed from the Monitor My Sessions screen. Okay, lastly we're going to look at the Validate Message area. Clicking on there brings up the Validate Fixed Message pop-up. I've already saved a fixed message which I'll now paste in this window. Hit OK. Up comes the decoded fixed message, and if we scroll down to the penultimate entry, we can see tag 7750 is unknown or invalid. That's a custom fixed tag field, and that's why it's not recognised. So there we can see the fixed message validator has done its job. We've seen this window before. This is just another way of getting to it. And that, in a nutshell, is the Rapid Edition ForensIX platform.